All right, everyone, welcome to the Dave Knows Wrestling live stream. I'm your host, bright and early this morning, a very special live stream. I am here this morning, and so if I see kind of it's because, well, it's the morning. All right, now the reason why we're doing the special live stream today, right now, early as opposed to normal time, is because, and you know what, this ought to be interesting. Let's see if any of the know-it-alls, the Dave Knows Wrestling know-it-alls, are actually out there this early in the morning. The reason why I'm doing this live stream so early in the morning is because, well, as we all know, the greatest Royal Rumble is today at our usual live stream time. So I don't want to encroach on that or disrupt anyone's viewing experience. So I know I've done Raw and stuff like that, but I didn't want to take away from that. So if there is a demand for it or anything like that, let me know. But I probably won't be coming on during the Royal Rumble itself, the greatest Royal Rumble itself. The other thing is because I need to get on before so I could give predictions, because I didn't do that last week, so I figured I'd give some predictions now. Hey, what up, Terrell? Vinny Montana, what is up? And Bullet Club for Life. Hey, what's going on? Hey, good morning, good morning. Andy, what up? Prima, hey, what's up? Gave Dave a big thumbs up. Happy Rusev Day. Happy Rusev to you, day to you too, Joe White, and thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Joshua A. My man, the man, Joshua A. So as I explained, I came on early today because the Greatest Royal Rumble is going to be during our normal showtime, and not only that, I did give predictions last week, so I'd like to give predictions beforehand. Hey, you spelled my name correctly. What's up, Caleb? Caleb, my man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back, my man. Good morning, Sam. Who's ready to greatest Royal Rumble indeed? All right. So here's the thing. So this was kind of impromptu because I realized the start time was during our normal live stream time. So I decided to come on a little early so I could give predictions. And I saw Avengers last night, so that was yeah, I'm tired. What's your thoughts on no women's matches? I heard they got a healthy payoff for not wrestling, so I don't feel bad for them. Hey, like Alicia Fox got injured practicing for the Royal Rumble, the first women's Royal Rumble, and so she got injured practicing for a show that wasn't even televised. So instead, now you're not getting televised, not wrestling, and getting paid. I think that's a better deal. Who's ready for a long greatest? Yeah, it's a long show. That's the other thing. It's a long show because originally I thought the show was only going to be 3 hours or something like that. I don't know why I thought that, but now I heard it's going to be 5 hours. In which case, it's going to be way past our regular time. So if it was only 3 hours, yeah, I would just come on. And I found out there's a pre-show, and I don't know if the 5-hour runtime includes the pre-show or not. That's what I was told. I'm not even sure if that is 100% fact. That's just what I was told. But Ollie Davis is my man. Help me out in the start of this. So yeah, and besides, so they got a healthy payoff on top of that, and so I take it. You tell me, hey, don't travel across the world, don't wrestle, but here's a lot of money. Fine by me. And plus, if it's true, like they didn't just pay. Like if they did have women's matches, okay, let's just hypothetically, let's say they had two, then that means. Like, let's say Charlotte, Sasha, Banks, Asuka, and, like, Bayley or whoever. Like, they would only have, like, two matches. If women's matches were allowed, they would only have, like, two or, like, three. And in which case, only, like, a handful of women would get paid. At the best, you would get, like, some gigantic, like, 5-on-5 women, 10-woman tag match or whatever. Okay, fine. And it's, like, a handful of women. Allegedly, as the story goes from what I was told, the entire women's roster is getting paid off just to not be there. So in that case, it works out financially better. Are you going to do a review? Yes, I am going to do a review. My plans were to film today, if I had time. I'll probably make time, if I can, to do a review of Avengers, spoiler-free, and then possibly live stream, maybe, real, like a spoiler, an in-depth spoiler one. Because I'm a normal person, I don't get, like, advanced screening. So like, there's a lot of people who got to see it like already, and they had their reviews posted days ago. Not me. I saw it like a normal human being during normal people times. So yes, I am planning to give a spoiler-free review, quick one, and then maybe live stream later on to do that. Oh well, you're gonna riot, Sam. That's I'm giving away my predictions. Okay, so guys, me luck, I will be attending an hour show. Oh, and the other thing is, tomorrow I'll actually be in Philadelphia, Chikara show. So I'll be at Revenge of the Long Knowns tomorrow, Chikara. So I'm also going to be doing that. So if you are in the Philadelphia area, if you're going to Philly, if you're going to the Chikara show in Philadelphia, I'll be there. So you can, it'd be great if you recognize me, bring it, I don't think I'm quite at sign level like Ollie Davis, or Wrestle Talk, but even so, I'm not even sure where it's going to go, but that's okay. I'm not even bringing a sign for this channel. So if you see me at Chikara in Philly tomorrow, just know that is me. I am there. Good morning. Good morning to you, Danny in Oak Park. Going to work soon. Got to watch the Rumble thing this after work. Yep. And happy Rusev Day to you. Sadly, no Neville. We got Hornswoggle. Boo. Agreed. Well, yeah. Hey, what's up, Gara? Did you look at Impact Redemption? Yeah, not bad. It's good to see that they're trying. They're doing better. Any videos about Chikara coming up? I toyed around what I want to do about Chikara. Interestingly enough, I should have done one by now, I'll be honest. That is kind of my bad. I just haven't, I've mentioned Chikara in the past, and, I definitely done the world's most, I've covered, I've covered the Obsidian Portal, which I will be seeing one half of them tomorrow. But getting into Chikara a little bit more, I'm not opposed to it. Hey, good morning, Jenna. We'll have the greatest Raw ever. Yeah, tomorrow. That's a good question. Did you know the guy from What Culture has his first match tomorrow? Yeah, I did. Good for him. I hope things work out well. How's it going, Zach Rowe? Thank you. First of all, thank you for all the thumbs up, and thank you for everyone coming out this early in the morning. Yes. What up? Good morning to you as well, Box Design. No Hogan. We got Kali Moore. What do you expect? Surprisingly, hey, Andy. Very early in the morning. What up, Andy? Any ECW or Impact videos going up? Yeah, now see, Impact, I'll be honest, I've definitely watched TNA, but I'm not the biggest I haven't been the biggest TNA fan. It's like there were elements of TNA that I always liked, but as a business, as a lot of things they did, a lot of the choices they made, I actually didn't like what they did. So, I respect a lot of their choices, but I have, you'll notice that I really have distanced myself from TNA. I don't do a lot of TNA stuff, related stuff, and there is a reason for that. ECW, yeah, I've done ECW stuff before. Going forward, yeah, I'm always worried about doing too much ECW stuff, but yes, that is good to know that there is a demand for it. So, I like that you guys are telling me that you want to see other companies other than WWE. So, yeah, there's stuff like that coming down the pipeline, and more, especially now that I know. And good morning to you, Rin Went. Hey, Dave, do you know Jeff Cobb is right? Curious. You do know who Jeff Cobb is, right? No. 3 p.m. in the UK. All right. So actually, I'm better than the usual Saturday night for me. Okay. Well, hey, 3 p.m. in the UK. Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you, Joshua. And to be clear, I don't know if they dissed me so much as just ignored me, but either way. But one of them did reply on Twitter. One of them did acknowledge me on Twitter. So, What Culture did. And that was just recently. Just happened. Oh, man. Sorry to hear that, Andy. Hope you feel better. Austin Aries. Yeah. That's a thing. Spoiler warning, but yeah, that's a thing. Impact is now okay. Now Lucha Underground is working. Yeah, I know they're striving better, but the thing is, they've gone there, back and forth. It's like, now we're going to do this. It's going to be good again. Yeah! Oh. And it's like, it's just, they drive me crazy. Enzo retired on Instagram. I heard that it was ambiguous, that he's not. We're assuming that, but maybe not. Maybe he's just, his 90-day compete clause is up, and maybe that's what it has to do about. Unless he did that like today or something like that and clarified. I'm in the UK as well. All right, Zach Bro. Man, I want to go. I want to go to UK so badly. I've never been. Dave, I will be at the show. Wish the best of luck. I can be your voice there if you want. Awesome, dude. Nice. Gonna be at the show. Great. I'll send you some Jeff Cobb stuff later on today again. Okay, sounds good. Dave, hello, Smiley Fairchild. I used to have a thing for Morgan Fairchild. I know that's not you, but I just thought of that. I haven't seen her in forever, so I have no idea what she looks like now. I distance myself from TNA Impact Wrestling because their hardcore fan base is... oh, jeez. I have exams coming up next week. Well, best of luck to you on that, Nathan Norman. You're going to crush it. I know. Enzo retire, who cares? That's another good point. Who cares if Enzo retires? Yeah, exams coming up next week. That's always rough. Man, as a teacher, I am grueling when it comes to people's finals. Like, I have, like, I have very low amounts of sympathy when they come crying to me about their finals. It's like, I'm so rough on them about it. Yeah. Did you hear Shinsuke's new theme song? It's good, but I am going to miss the old one, because the old one is, like, one of my favorites ever. Oh, nothing, Andy. Like, Andy, JT. The thing was, there was, like, Cultaholic, after they lost Blampied, they were asking, like, what other wrestling YouTubers should we work with? They said, we understand that, he was the most popular guy on our channel. Like, we get that, but just give us a chance now that we're going forward with Cultaholic. We pushed back, then they were launching and all that stuff. So they announced it, like, hey, who should we do? And I know some of you great guys out there, some of you awesome guys, awesome Dave Knows Wrestling Know-It-Alls, you guys shouted out, like, hey, work with Dave. And I know, like, because, and as you know, like, Wrestling with Regret, I've worked with Brian Zane, and, he's always been supportive. Ollie Davis, like I said in the very beginning of this, he gave me some, advice. So, those guys acknowledged me, and I thought that was great. But then, like, What Culture and then I eventually tweeted them and said, hey, some people support this. What do you say? And they just didn't respond. And, like, I didn't have as many subscribers at the time as I do now, so I understand that too. So, like, that was the thing. And What Culture, I also submitted, this was a while ago, like, I submitted to, like, before the Cultaholic guys left. I remember I kind of submitted to work there or something like that, and I never even heard back. Like, so I said, okay, all right. And here we are now. I'm like, fine, I'll get my own channel. Dave, I met Rhino a couple years ago. Nice, Vinny. How was he? He always looks like Jon Favreau to me. Like an evil Jon Favreau. I was at my local indie wrestling a couple of weeks ago. Nice, support your local indie wrestling. And Timothy Thatcher came home one time. The place went nuts. Great wrestler. All right. Yes, dude. I kind of feel like NXT themes have slowly started going downhill. Like the very first, well, the 2013 one, I'm not sure if that was the first one. It's the first one I remember, but the one with the, like, kind of sucker for that epic violin noise, back when Emma and Sami Zayn were there, like, that one was my favorite one. Hated Shinsuke said, old theme. Oh, his New Japan theme was better. This WWE theme I can never get enough of, like, well, this first one. Do you ever think the actual official members of the Horsemen are Flair, Blanchard? Well, those are the first, yes. Those are the first. Absolutely, Andy. I miss Shinsuke Nakamura's old theme as well, but this new one, it does. Here's the thing. I kind of liked what they were doing with with Sami Zayn, saying, we're not going to switch it to a heel thing just because that's what we're supposed to do. It keeps the same theme. I kind of like that, so I thought they were going to do the same thing with Nakamura. I do like the reasoning behind it, though, like that Corey Gray said that he just hated people singing along with it. Hate Nakamura theme, and I hated the heel run. Yeah, I'm hating the heel run, too. I know some people love it, but I'm hating it, too. Everyone should work. Well, thank you. Yeah, because I'm down. But that's what happened. So it's not so much they diss me as they just didn't answer me. And it's like, even with my current, and thank you for the thumbs up, by the way. Thank you for the support, and thank you for all the support, you guys, and all the support we have. But I get it. But the thing is, and to be fair, like, I noticed that What Culture, I think there was like 1 or 2 times that they have had an American on their channel, and like it just, man, I never heard from that guy again. Almost like they get the idea that, oh, our audience just wants to hear British accents. So if they're not British, not that anyone is opposed to non-British people, it just seems like their fan base doesn't get it or something like that. So I don't know if there's a reason why Americans never lasted on What Culture or what. Like, and if they are, I'll be honest, I'm not really watching What Culture anymore. So if there are Americans now or whatever, if things change, I don't know. But I do feel like if I remember correctly, there was an American one video that I saw, and then I never saw that guy again, or maybe I saw him like one other time, but that was it in short-lived. So maybe those guys never get back to me because they realize that having the distance between me being here and being over there is, me being here and them being over there is too much. So maybe, the distance has something to do with it. Because I know, like Ollie Davis and Brian Zane are working together, and Botchamania is working together with Wrestle Talk. And so, like, they all have that little conglomerate. And so, like, that's cool. And that's what Wrestle Talk does. And they're capable of doing that. But maybe What Culture and Cultaholic, on the other hand, just don't choose to operate that way. Because, What Culture and Cultaholic, they have a lot of in same room kind of stuff. Like, you see Pacitti and Bloppier and Jack the Jobber and King Ross and everybody working together. You see them interacting. So without interaction, maybe that's like just in a different direction than we're looking for. I don't know. And I'm not trying to presume that I know what their dealings or business deals are. I don't know what their strategies are or what they're thinking. I'm just saying I don't take it that personally. Would it have been awesome to have worked on Cultaholic or What Culture? Yeah, sure. Like, What Culture, sure, but if I did get to What Culture, I wouldn't be on the channel now. I wouldn't be here now. And if I didn't have, and the Cultaholic thing was apparently for collabs, I would have liked to do that because I do like those guys. But whatever. Dave Knows Best is better than What Culture. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Raymond S. And thank you for the thumbs up. Hey, what's going on, Jake Bagwell? Thank you guys. And once Simon lives in London anyway. Offices in Newcastle. Oh, good to know. I did not know Simon lived in London. I know their offices are in Newcastle. That explains why you don't see him with the rest of them. Okay, all right. Well, it's incorrected there. They had Andrew on What Culture, who was American, but everyone hated him. Yeah, and that's the thing. And I think he left the company, and he never posts articles. Yeah, see, here's my thing. Like, everyone hated him. Now, I don't know if they why they hated him, but I'm just saying, like, maybe they said that was their example. Like, okay, this didn't work out for us, so let's not try Americans again. I don't know. Always came across as pretentious to me. Well, thank you, Zach Rowe. And I ain't trying to hate on him. Like, I really do. I think I've made my opinions clear that I don't particularly care for Simon's opinions on things. I don't hate him as a person or anything like that. I just don't particularly care for his opinions. And I like or the way he expresses his opinion, because I feel like he kind of talks in circles a lot. I appreciate the fact that he loves wrestling and is trying to get into wrestling. I just don't like hearing. I just don't like hearing the way he voices his opinion. But that's just me. But What Culture, I watched a ton of What Culture. And I was a big fan of What Culture and, Bombay and Pacitti and the Cultaholic guys. So, I used to watch a lot of them, and I have no problem with them, and I like them a lot. I'm not, for me, this YouTube is not a competitive business. It's no this or that. I don't think anybody improves anyone else's successes, because normally you're just recommended, and we all just kind of live together and we work together. It's not like TNA and WWE or Marvel and DC. It's just we get along, and that's kind of the thing is, and What Culture, when not to bore you guys with YouTube financial stuff, but there was that really big adpocalypse thing, which was the thing that happened. And if you don't know about it and don't care, that's fine. I won't waste any more time talking about it. Yeah, I do plan on going to WrestleMania this upcoming year. But What Culture, and they started this whole petition about it, trying to get all of us to say, hey, wrestling is good. It's not a bad thing. It's not a celebration of violence. Don't ruin this for all of us. We want to express ourselves and talk about the thing we love. And What Culture got behind that, and and they really spearheaded getting everybody involved. Brian Zane was on there. And tons of other wrestling YouTubers were on there. I have a little written thing because I signed it, and it was towards the bottom, but I was, I signed up for it. It's not, I didn't get, but I'm just saying, we're really a collective thing. So, to me, it's not a, hey, this guy's or that guy. But I thank you for a compliment. I love that. I really do. And but for me, it's just, we're all about working together. King Ross, see, the guy who actually does who did the opening theme song, he actually loves King Ross. I find him pretty funny, at times. I mean, I get why you could say that, Zach Rowe. Thank you, Jake Bagwell. Thank you so much. But yes, of course, I appreciate all you guys for being here. Of course, I like that too. But see, that's the thing. Are you ever going to Wrestle Kingdom? I would love to. I don't know that I will. But yeah, I don't know about that. Would you ever work Wrestling Rantin'? Oh yeah, I'm working with everyone. See, that's my thing. But it's also like you guys too, and this is why I like YouTube and why I feel YouTube is, you know, better in a lot of ways than regular TV. And people talk to me about TV shows like, "Hey, did you watch Game of Thrones or whatever?" I'm like, "No," and I don't really watch too much TV. I do watch some TV shows, but mostly I watch YouTube stuff. I watch YouTube videos, and it has replaced TV to me because there's more of a collaborative expression with YouTube. And once again, I know I don't want to try and get into this too much, but we all work together. We all, you guys, we're all talking together. There's more of a thing, and and it's not like TV. And I've worked with, and I've worked in TV and all that stuff, and I probably will again very shortly. But I worked with all these things, and there it's like a whole team of people, and it's not less personal, less connection. With this channel, despite what you see on the Monday Night Wrong, those guys are just actors. Like this channel is just me, and I just get to talk to everybody. I don't have like 85 channels of bosses or advertisers or demographic ratings or anything like that people analysts telling me what I can say, what I can't say. It's just me here with you guys and just common sense. Dave, when are you going to complete it? Never. I'm not opposed to taking a bump, but I am not in shape like whatsoever. I have zero lung capacity. I've never, so yeah, no. See, yeah, I know wrestling. Everybody here knows wrestling. If you didn't know wrestling, why would you be here? Thank you so much for the subscription. Oh wait, you said to YouTube TV. I should have read all that before I commented. Okay, I got the best of both worlds. Yeah, no, that's true. And plus, I really don't have the time to watch too much TV, so I gotta like really go crazy with what I choose to do. Turn heel, Dave. Yeah, not much of a difference if I did turn heel. Needs little Jimmy. Okay, so we've been on air for some time. So let me finally get to the Greatest Royal Rumble predictions. Apparently, the deal with WWE is worth $100 to $200 million. Yes. Okay, so can you cut a heel promo, please? On who? Okay, I'll do that before I get into the predictions. Okay, Raymond S. Heel promo on who? What's the context? You guys tell me. Tell me who am I cutting it on, and what's the context? I need a environment. I need a. That's. I keep missing him. But Adam Cole's heel. Oh, I'm not cutting one on Brian Zane. Jason Jordan's also heel. Stone Cold Soap. She got one of Cultaholic G's. Seth Rollins. No. Oh, thank you for all the likes, by the way. A lot of choices. Well, what's the context? Someone give me context. Why do you think Barry Windham was one of the main Four Horsemen members? I thought Barry Windham was a much better wrestler than Ole Anderson. That's my opinion. And plus, Barry Windham, and Ole's, I'm not taking away from Ole. I'm saying Ole's good, but Barry Windham was a real, not only that, but I thought he was a better heel. Not only did I think he was a way better wrestler, but I also thought he's a way better heel. Champion Roman, Ollie Davis. I miss Umaga, Corey Grace. Context? Anybody? Outside of Raw Tag Team titles, do you see any tag team on Ome? Context? What's the context? Somebody give me. Somebody give me the right now, I kind of. Someone give me the context. Context is you're both fighting over WWE ice cream. Which Anderson? Are you a fan of Cody Rhodes? I am now. Cutter Pro. Ugh. We don't talk about that. That never happened, Nathan Norman. I hope you're well too. Context for having crappy promo skills. Everyone is well. I hope everyone is well as well. He'll promo on Omega and. Listen up! They say that Kenny Omega had a 6-star and above match with Okada. Kenny Omega. This is the guy, need I remind you, who had a match with a 9-year-old girl and couldn't win. And you're telling me 9 years old equals 6 stars? No. Kenny Omega is not the Omega. And he's also not the Alpha. And you know what? Neither is Chris Jericho. Kenny Omega doesn't belong anywhere near this business. It's been said by respected individuals. It's been said by respected members of the wrestling community. And that is me, the most respected individual. I have no respect for Kenny Omega. I have no respect for what he's done. And you know what? A 6-star match doesn't mean nothing if you don't win it. Kenny Omega, you are not 6 stars. Kenny Omega, you are not 5 stars. Kenny Omega, you, most importantly, are not me. There's your heel promo. Technically, Impact is around instead. But, okay, so let's move on to the predictions because I see people brewing behind me, so I know things are going starting to go. So let's start doing the predictions. Okay, so now I'm just going to read this right now. So, now, according to this list, especially because I heard that the pre-show is actually at 11, so I also want to get out of here before the pre-show starts. And definitely need to get the predictions out of the way. Same as Benoit. He is good. He was so good, so why is he not a main eventer for Horseman? Oh, Benoit is good. Benoit, I think, is a really great technical wrestler, but my reasoning for not putting Benoit as one of the premier horsemen is because I didn't think he fit with the heel persona. Like, he didn't have the, he didn't have that swagger that a lot of. Thank you, Andy JT. That is amazing. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Charlotte Flair. Thank you so much for that, Andy. That is amazing. Thank you. Amazing. Thank you so much. Yes. Where was I? Thank you. Thanks again, Andy. Let's go. So, yeah, let's go on to the greatest Royal Rumble predictions because I heard the pre-show starting at 11, so I definitely want to get here before that, and I definitely want to put my predictions in before the show actually starts. I don't want to, predictions kind of useless if I just start doing them after they happen. Okay, so here's the thing. Allegedly, the first match that I've been hearing is going to be the curtain jerk is actually John Cena versus Triple H, which is a surprise. And while, we've gotten this match before, surprisingly, I kind of am excited to see this. I don't really know why. I'm not a Triple H fan, whatsoever, and I'm not expecting, great technical ring work out of John Cena, so I don't know why I'm looking forward to this match, but I don't know. It's like, if they did Orton versus Cena again, I still would not care because I know they haven't done it in a while, but they did it so many times. I never, ever want to see them wrestle ever again. Ever. Randy Orton and John Cena are never allowed to wrestle again. One-on-one, that can never be a match ever again. If it ever is, then I will be upset. Okay, but yeah, Triple H and John Cena. I'm not super excited, but I do kind of want to see this. And I think the major reason why is because, and this leads into my prediction, is what's going to happen with John Cena. I think he's going to win because after getting squashed by The Undertaker, I think he needs to pull out a win. I'm not sure that he will because maybe they're punching him for being an actor. Who knows? Because I also can't see Triple H laying down. And this is also because, in a historic pay-per-view, it's Triple H. Triple H beat Brock Lesnar. So Triple H, doesn't lay down for a big one. So I think that's part of the reason why is just because I'm curious to know what's going to happen. Man, I remember it was WrestleMania 22 main event. Yeah, I know, and it was terrible. It was, yeah. So don't get me wrong, Michael Coombs. I'm with you. I get it. I don't know why, but I am oddly so. Ric Flair might be in the greatest Royal Rumble. I doubt it, but maybe. Here's hoping for you, buddy. Like I said, I heard he got surgery or needs surgery, so I don't know if he's in the best fighting shape. I would have said Triple H, but I'm going with Cena. Yeah, so ultimately my prediction is John Cena's going to win because I think he needs it, but I can't ever discount the Triple H factor that he doesn't like to, put people over. So, Okay, so next up, I'm going to go with the casket match: Undertaker Rusev. Undertaker's momentum's got to stay hot. Undertaker's got to win. He's going to beat Rusev. Now, the thing about it is his WrestleMania match was very, very short. Undertaker's and John Cena's, as we all know, very, very short WrestleMania match. But it being a casket match, I don't know if you could do a squash casket match, and especially with all the hype that with Rusev, who didn't call The Undertaker an old man, but gets misquoted as calling him an old man, and all controversy with Jericho coming in and all that. I mean, with people swapping out, I think this has solidified two things. Number one, Rusev is not winning, and number two, Chris Jericho is not winning the Greatest Royal Rumble. But either way, I think Undertaker's going to win, but I am curious to know how long they're going to drag this out for. Is it possible? He's searching. I don't know if he had it yet, Andy, but I heard he's going to get it. Or I heard he needs it. Maybe he got it, maybe he didn't. I'm not sure, but that's what I heard. I would just like to see how long they're going to drag this out for. Is it going to be a long match? How long can they go? Is what I'm curious to see, because I don't think you can do a 2-minute casket match. It just won't work. I think you have to drag it out, but the question is how much. And will Undertaker be taking any bumps? Okay, next up, the Cruiserweight Championship match. Cedric Alexander, the champion, versus Kalisto. This should be a really good match. I think it'll be a really good, fun wrestling match. Nice to see the Cruiserweights really going back to what they always should have been. And in that case, I still think Cedric Alexander is retaining. The Bludgeon Brothers versus the Usos. I realize time is kind of ticking on for me. Some stuff apparently I got to do here. Bludgeon Brothers versus the Usos. Bludgeon Brothers are going to get the win, especially with the last victory going to the Usos on that singles match with the Naomi distraction. Going into the pay-per-view, you have a win, traditionally speaking. A lot of time kind of means you lose. It doesn't always, and it's not especially not anymore. But the Bludgeon Brothers, I think, staying strong, gonna win, retain, and I think they're gonna give the Usos a thorough beating. They might not squash them, but I think a thorough beating. Sandy will debut today. Oh, cool. Okay, next, the other tag team match, Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy versus Cesaro and Sheamus. If they were gonna... Okay, so here's the thing. Cesaro and Sheamus, I don't think they're moving back to Raw. Like they said, if they win the belts, they go back to Raw. No, so I think they're staying on SmackDown, so in which case, you have to let Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt win, especially to continue this. And here's the sad part is, if they were going to give Bray Wyatt the tag strap, why didn't they do it at WrestleMania instead of the 10-year-old? Like, why isn't it Braun and Bray? But they want to do something with Bray and Matt Hardy, and allegedly more members could be joining, possibly. No, I mean, I heard quite the opposite, Raymond S. I heard that both Stone Cold Steve Austin and Shawn Michaels were offered, but they both declined. Nicholas will return to win the belts. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe he'll win the Greatest Royal Rumble. I would say, yeah, and that's where I'm at too. Okay, so Jeff Hardy versus Jinder Mahal for the United States Championship. Jeff Hardy has got to win because he's got to stay on SmackDown with the U.S. belt. They can't move that belt back to Raw unless they figure out something else later with 2 mid-card belts on Raw. So as far as I'm concerned, Jeff Hardy will retain, especially since I think Jinder coming over was just a way of facilitating that change to shake things up, because as soon as Jinder Mahal came over to the U.S. belt, everyone said, "Oh, Seth Rollins to SmackDown," and then they swerved you. So it was a surprise, even though I really did want Seth Rollins on SmackDown. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE Championship. Now here's the thing. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I missed the Intercontinental title match. Okay, Intercontinental title match. Seth Rollins, the champion, versus... Speaking of Seth Rollins, the Intercontinental champion, will defend his title versus Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, and The Miz. Jeff Hardy wins. Yeah, so, okay. Hey, what's up, Arthur? I wouldn't put it past them to do the same thing with The Miz. For some reason, they love having those belts. Yeah, that is a possibility. You're right that The Miz wins and Jinder Mahal wins, thus switching the mid-card belts on shows. That is a possibility. You're right. He wants Jinder versus Randy at Backlash too. No, I do not. I definitely do not. Okay, so yeah, let's do that. In the championship, Intercontinental Championship match, here's the thing. I mean, I know there's some precedents, people saying that this is going to happen. But Seth Rollins just got the belt. Like, I could see if he was going to lose to anyone, it would be Finn Balor. I don't think Joe's taking it down, nor do I think The Miz. Yes, it is a valid point seeing the fact we have two SmackDown guys in this match, that one of them could win it and take it to SmackDown while the other one takes the U.S. belt to Raw with Jinder Mahal. Okay, yeah, that's possible. I'm not going to deny that. And I also think, well, I'm not a Jinder Mahal fan. I do agree that Jinder Mahal, for those people who agree that Jinder Mahal's United States title run could have had some value to it, and it could have. But I think the Jinder Mahal experiment failed. I'm not a fan of him. I don't think he can wrestle. So he tells the same match over and over again, which I'm definitely not a fan of. So I have Seth Rollins retaining, but I could see it going to Balor, but I can't see Balor going to win. Okay, that's a possibility. I see that. But I don't see SmackDown guys taking it. But I'm not saying that it can't happen. I don't think it will happen. But there is a lot of precedence to say. However, if the Jinder and Jeff Hardy match, if Jinder wins, then all of a sudden, okay, then it's going to kind of narrow down the field for us. I would say I want Miz, but he needs a break with it. Yeah, I agree. Miz needs a break with it too. He did great work for that belt, so good for him. Good on him. All right, next up, the women's title. Oh, just kidding. AJ Styles, the champion, WWE champion versus Shinsuke Nakamura, singles match for the title, rematch after WrestleMania. I will never get the Shinsuke. Well, I think AJ Styles is retaining again. I don't see I mean, if they're going to do a thing where they trade the belt back and forth, okay, maybe, but I don't see it happening. And here's the other thing. AJ Styles was the first person to win the WWE title outside of North America. Shinsuke would be the second if he does win. So I don't think it'll happen. Maybe it will. Not ruling out the possibility. I can see it. I can see it starting a long program between the two, but I just don't think so. I think if Nakamura gets the belt, it won't be at this pay-per-view, but that's just me. Do you think Almas will show? Oh, yeah, I think they kind of have to because it's 50 guys. All right, next up, Brock Lesnar versus the Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. Okay, so this one, I know a lot of people have been saying they expect a lot of championships to change hands, and as you can see from my predictions, I don't really think so. But this one, I do think will happen. I do think Roman Reigns is taking the belt off of Brock Lesnar. So this way, they get Roman to have the belt, they let him beat the Beast, but they don't do it on WrestleMania. So kind of giving Roman Reigns a little bit of, not as much the golden boy treatment as it seemed like they were going to. I don't want Roman Reigns to win, but I don't want Brock Lesnar to have the belt either. I don't care one way or the other. But I think Roman Reigns is walking away with the title. And you know what? Brock has held it way longer. I'm not rooting for Roman Reigns to win it. I don't care about this match at all. But I think Roman Reigns is going to win, and that's just my personal opinion. Now, finally, the greatest Royal Rumble. I am not in Queens. I used to be, but I am not currently. Now, this is the hardest one to predict because there's 50 people to choose from, and we don't even know all the participants. They could bring the UK titles to SmackDown and have two mid-card titles on Raw with Brock anyway. That's a possibility. See, the thing I want the UK Championship to be part of the UK show, and allegedly NXT is going to be expanding globally with NXT territories all around the world. That's a rumor that I heard, or a little bit of stills that I saw from a meeting. Alexa Bliss is winning. How about Brooklyn, New York? No. I don't get how they can have all these matches and a 50-minute. Is it going to be 17 hours long? Allegedly 5. And also, I'm not sure if people who are wrestling in the undercard are also going to be in the Greatest Royal Rumble. Assuming the Greatest Royal Rumble is the main event. Assuming. Now, I think Mysterio is going to win. Now, here's the thing. I also don't know if it is for anything. Last I checked, this is not for anything. So, anybody can win. It's not like it being for the WWE title match at WrestleMania where you know it's going to be a main eventer. This time, it could be anyone. So, the field makes it even harder. Now, I don't have one particular guy in mind. There are a couple of guys I could see winning it, and I'm not sure of, but I don't know which way to go on this one. So, I'm going to try to... So, I am curious to know what you guys think. If I have to pick one... See, part of me likes Bobby Roode winning it, but I don't think he will since he lost to Elias. Big Cass isn't a bad choice. Now, see, if Jinder Mahal is getting to wrestle in the Greatest Royal Rumble 2, I wouldn't put it past WWE to put Jinder to win. I don't want Jinder to win, and I don't think he should. I just think WWE is going with, WWE's, feeble thinking, racist thinking might make Jinder win because they think that will work. Braun winning Arthur, like I said, if I, okay, I didn't say this, but this is what I was thinking. Braun is actually who, if I got to pick somebody, I'm going to pick Braun. He's who I want to win. I think he needs to win. I think that's the best way to go. So, yeah, Braun is the guy that I think should win. Daniel Bryan, I don't think needs it, but Daniel Bryan would be great too. Bobby Roode, so like Bobby Roode, possibly Jinder Mahal if he's in it. Daniel Bryan is strong, like Braun Strowman and then Daniel Bryan are good picks. But if I have to pick one, I'm going with Braun Strowman. Okay, what's my toss? No, I don't think that'll happen. But that would be fun. Sami Zayn isn't allowed in Saudi Arabia. I did not know that. Wow. Okay. And KO too. KO is also a possibility. All right, guys. I gotta wrap this up. I gotta get going. I'm needed outside for my administration duties here at the school. So, no, Andy. Last I checked, Stone Cold Steve Austin will not be in the greatest Royal Rumble. Austin turned it down. So, thank you for all thumbs up. Thank you for coming out early in the morning. I know this. If you're not a morning person, this must have been fun. But thank you for coming on. Those are my predictions. Andy, JT, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. And thank all of you guys for the thumbs up. I very much appreciate that. Enjoy the greatest Royal Rumble. I'm also going to try to work on doing a Revengers review as well as maybe live streaming a spoiler-free review on my comic book channel, Dave Knows Comics. Check me out on Dave Knows Comics. And I intend to do a spoiler-free review on the Avengers and maybe live stream possibly later on today a live stream with spoilers. So we'll talk about that. So check me out. Please subscribe to Dave Knows Comics. Thank you for coming out here for this live stream. Thank you so much, and for all the thumbs up and the support. And thanks again to Andy JT for the super chat. And I'll catch you guys next time. Enjoy the greatest Royal Rumble. And as always, Dave Knows.